The life of Misuki from Naruto. Life. As revealed in the anime, Misuki was originally a childhood friend to Iruka Umino, and stood up for him until he was overwhelmed by sheer jealous rage when Iruka was getting better treatment by everyone else. Despite his newfound hatred towards Iruka, Misuki pretended to be his friend in order to be noticed and to discreetly keep Iruka miserable. In the anime, sometime after Misuki became a chunin, he was assigned alongside with 2 other men on a secret document recovery mission. During their retreat, one of the comrades suffered a leg injury and Misuki suffocated the man to death, believing that the injury would cause him to be a hindrance to the mission's success, and then falsely reported that that comrade had died from the injury, which Misuki exaggerated in severity. Orochimaru witnessed this transgression, and after praising Misuki for being able to take such bold actions, gave him a prototype cursed seal. It was because of the controversy of Mizuki's actions and report during the mission that he was denied the position as an academy instructor despite his performance in the test. Despite the lack of evidence leading to the investigation being dropped and eventually granting Misuki the position, he nevertheless was infuriated when he overheard the committee's reason for initially not promoting him, leading him to despise Konohagakure, especially when Iruka, who had only performed well with Mizuki's assistance, made the cut. This feeling of being unappreciated for what he believes to be justifiable actions, along with meeting Orochimaru, made Misuki decide that he would do whatever it took to rise to power and glory, even becoming a secret follower of Orochimaru. In the anime, Misuki was the fiancé of Tsubaki, who saw him as a sweet man. However, after his involvement with Orochimaru, their relationship faltered. He expressed to her his hypocritical, prejudiced views on how Naruto Uzumaki is an evil individual, and revealed to her his plan to steal the Scroll of Seals to present to Orochimaru, the latter information she withheld from the village, hoping Misuki would come back to his senses. Prologue: Land of Waves. Playing on the youth's desire to graduate, Misuki duped Naruto Uzumaki into stealing Konoha's Scroll of Seals for him. Originally, Misuki had the plan set up to have Naruto as a scapegoat and kill him to hide the truth of his deception and secretly leave the village with the scroll in his possession. However, Mizuki's plan is derailed when Iruka found Naruto first and decided to reveal Naruto's identity as the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki to ensure he runs off disillusioned. However, overhearing Iruka stand up for him, Naruto comes to his teacher's aid and uses multiple shadow clone technique he had learned from the scroll to beat Mizuki unconscious for harming Iruka. Mizuki Tracking Mission. In the anime, having been imprisoned at the Konoha Strict Correctional Facility and given the prisoner number 99, Mizuki bulked up by the time he staged a prison riot to escape from jail, intending to use the instructions given to him by Orochimaru to create a potion to increase his power and get revenge on both Naruto and Iruka. Before that, he visited his lover, Tsubaki, who claimed that Mizuki used to be a sweet man, but then, after he got involved with Orochimaru, her relationship with Mizuki had faltered. After getting a change of clothes and food supply, Mizuki knocked out Tsubaki, whom he apparently did not love anymore, when she pleaded with him to stop this madness. Mizuki then confronted Iruka after besting him with a new arsenal of techniques, attacked a laboratory belonging to the Nara clan to find ingredients for the potion. Upon gaining what he needed, he took the ingredients to a cave with the equipment inside of a secret room to brew the potion. After consuming the potion, Mizuki obtained enhanced strength and power, stripes along his body, and enlarged arms. Later, as he added extractive tiger into the potion, Mizuki assumed a tiger-like appearance, but decreased his speed as Naruto managed to defeat him with the Rasengan. By that time, the flawed side effects of the animal curse seal take effect with the defeated Mizuki, reduced to a frail old man. Although his life was saved by Tsunade as she stopped his body from breaking down any further, and even restored his form before incarceration, having no information on Orochimaru's whereabouts while being interrogated. Mizuki loses his ability of ninjutsu for what is later revealed to have been a failed experiment of Orochimaru. Afterwards, he was sent back to prison where he presumably spent the rest of his life. Personality. Originally, Mizuki appeared to be very polite and kind-hearted, and was described to be a sweet man by his former fiancé, Tsubaki. In reality, he does not care for anything or anyone beyond his own rise in power. He takes pride in the fact that he's not bound by things like morals or teamwork, and is willing to sacrifice whatever he has in order to complete his goals. His desire for power seems to come from what appears to be an inferiority complex, as he hypocritically cannot stand have anyone look down on him, despite enjoying looking down on others. Although Tsubaki claimed that Mizuki was a sweet man before meeting Orochimaru, even that was a facade, as he had already showcased his underhanded and ruthless methods since childhood, as exemplified by his having a manipulated friendship with Iruka for his own benefits, and later murdering a comrade who suffered from a minor injury, justifying his actions by claiming he's merely eliminating any potential hindrances for the mission's smooth success. Mizuki's defining characteristics are being greatly ambitious and dishonorable. Mizuki's craving for power and acknowledgement led him to hate Iruka for gaining more attention than him, and pretended to be Iruka's friend in order to live off that attention, as well as discreetly inflict misery on him. Because of this, during their second confrontation, Mizuki constantly mocked Iruka while refusing to surrender and repent no matter how many times Iruka tried to convince him to. Due to his disregard for camaraderie and friendship, Mizuki detests the Will of Fire, as shown by him insulting it when Iruka tried to encourage Mizuki to look back into it, and dismissing it as irritating nonsense. In what is perhaps an attempt to make him even more of an antithesis to Naruto, Mizuki's least favorite food is ramen, which happens to be Naruto's favorite. Mizuki also has a particular hatred for Naruto to the point of seeing him only as the nine-tailed demon fox. His avarice even drove him to ignore Tsubaki's love, having no feelings for her himself, as he took advantage of her lingering affections for him and used her to benefit himself, and then attacking her when she begged him to stop, even physically tossing her aside later on. Upon discovering what Naruto gained acknowledgement for after risking his life to defend the village, Mizuki grew angrier than ever at him, while refusing to accept the boy's heroism, and instead accused the villagers of being easily excited. When Mizuki overheard the third Hokage and the examination committee suspecting his field of conduct as reason for not promoting him, he felt that they wronged him for accomplishing a mission no matter what the cost, and developed a grudge against the village for feeling they had neither appreciated nor understood his power and efforts. He reached his tipping point of betraying the village when Orochimaru praised his actions and gave him a cursed seal. Mizuki came to the delusion that Orochimaru truly acknowledged his potentials and then held the renegade to high regard. Mizuki believed if he went to Orochimaru, he would be granted even more power and attempted to steal the Scroll of Seals as means to please him. Mizuki had proven himself to be sadistic. Even as a child, he found satisfaction watching Iruka wallow in misery of losing his parents, stating that having someone to look down on feels great. Upon his second confrontation with Iruka and Naruto, Mizuki claimed that he intends to kill them slowly and painfully as payback for having him arrested. During this, he constantly mocked Iruka's ideals of camaraderie and memories, while derogatorily regarding Naruto as a monster fox and nine-tails brat. Abilities. While being a Chunin indicates having capable skill, in the manga, not much of Mizuki's skill was seen beyond proficiently wielding large shuriken, both as melee and throwing weapons. However, he claimed that he can use the Scroll of Seals to gain infinite power, showing confidence in his own potential. Later in the anime, he was revealed to be a very clever and talented ninja with a knack for learning advanced techniques, having taught himself various techniques and creatively coordinated them together to corner his opponents. The only reason he never advanced beyond Chunin is because of suspicions concerning his mission conduct. Even the third Hokage admits he's an excellent shinobi. He was also shown to be a very cunning manipulator, having planned out his own escape from prison. During Mizuki's prison time, his prowess increased considerably, since he was able to defeat a jonin such as Shizune. Ninjutsu. Mizuki gained a mastery of a random assortment of techniques. While mostly improvised, he proved very capable of using them in creative combinations that Iruka just barely survived. Mizuki was able to use Earth Release, which allowed him to hide underground and then stretch his arm out from below to strike down his unsuspecting foe, and a combination of a binding illusion and controlling a simple puppet that wielded a sword to finish off a helpless target at a safe distance. Physical prowess. During his training while in prison, he obtained an extreme amount of raw strength, able to quickly pressure Iruka in their initial clash with a single hand. Also, from his time spent in such darkness, Mizuki's eyesight adapted to fighting in darkness, and likewise is able to seamlessly move about while keeping himself undetected. Cursed Seal. Orochimaru granted Mizuki a tattoo, which was a formula of a potion to transform one into a muscle-bound behemoth of himself with tremendous raw speed and strength. By focusing his chakra, he could further the transformation into a tiger-like being with even greater strength but reduced speed. However, the potion was incomplete, and shortly afterwards he was reduced to an emaciated old man. Although Tsunade managed to save his life, Mizuki lost all of his capacities as a ninja permanently.